I've actually been wanting to make, I've been wanting to make a video about vision boarding and my vision board creation process for a little while now, but I think I felt self-conscious or like it was not the most appropriate thing because of the state of the world right now. But I'm realizing the duality of the fact that it can be terrible things going on, and I can be aware of those things and learning about them and having conversations about them while also creating and finding joy and making art and all of the things. And so I'm trying to find the nuances in that of I can still make videos about the things that bring me joy. And I feel like still being able to dream is important too, and that's a whole part of it, being able to dream up and challenge like a new reality than what is currently the reality and existing. And that's a part of what I put on my vision board along with other things, is like being more aware of and learning more about what's going on in the world around me, and being more involved with and participating more in initiatives that are happening in my community. But just the fact that there's a duality to it and that both can exist at the same time, and I feel like both should exist at the same time. But yeah. So another thing was, I think people have been talking about not making vision boards out of not like burdening yourself at this time or making yourself feel like you have to be all of these things and do all of these things. And I agree that it shouldn't be like overwhelming yourself with the amount of things that you're trying to do. And it makes me think about this video I was watching earlier, and it was talking about hustle culture and productivity and stuff, and being more intentional about how we view success and productivity and the things that we're doing, and not being swept up in like the hustle culture and feeling like you have to do something all the time. And I feel that because I feel like everyone has like gotten wrapped up in that in themselves. And it's funny because I want to change the way I go about making my vision boards in the future. But for me, like vision boarding and making a vision board it's become a lot more about a feeling, like how I want to feel going into the new year, and reflecting on the past year and what I've learned and what I've experienced, and how I can take that with me, and what I want to feel going into the new year and what I want to do, but trying to not be so, for one, not viewing everything so like hard and fast and that it has to be this way, but also that not trying to do like 50 million different little things. And so I did actually try to like be more intentional this year and cut down the amount of things. And also like every year I feel like it serves as a good reminder, because I like put mine up, and I feel like it serves as a good reminder, for one, of with how I'm living my life, am I in alignment with how I want to feel and like who I want to be and where I want to be. But also, are these things even things that I still want to do? Because like sometimes you look back at your vision board and it's like, some of these things I don't even actually want to do, or it's changed. Or I think also subconsciously we sometimes feel like there are these certain things we're supposed to do, and then you really think about it and it's like, I actually won't do that. But I feel like last year and the year before, that definitely happened for me, of like, I don't even, and that's fine. So I think it serves as a good reminder of, am I living my life in alignment, but also are these things even still aligned Okay, but anyway, the process. So for me, it's like a whole thing, because I think I view making a vision board as like another form of art, another form of creating and collaging, which it is. And so it's just a fun thing for me to do. And it's become a whole ritual for me that I do by myself on New Year's Eve. And I set aside like the night or the day or a few hours to actually put it together. But beforehand, my therapist sent me the year compass or yearly compass. I think it's year compass. I'll link it. And it's like a journaling reflection type of like packet where you look back at the year before and also look going forward into the year ahead, and how you like want your life to be and how you want to feel. And there's a YouTuber, Jules Acree, who also has a vision board making / going into the new year video, where she has some really interesting journal prompts on there that I've been following. But I really like journaling and reflecting, and so reflecting on the year before, and then also what I can learn and take from that to go into the next year, and like how I want to feel and what I want. It really is feeling, like how I want to feel and what I want life to look like for me. And I kind of take that and use that as my foundation for planning out. And I try to use more photos and visuals than words, but I also like add in words and doodles and stuff there. And I'll also probably make the thumbnail one of my versions, because I try to do like a physical vision board, but also like a digital one that I put as a screensaver on my laptop. But yeah, I tried my best to use pictures of myself doing the things, or pictures I took of whatever the thing is, because I remember hearing or reading somewhere about just how powerful it is whenever you're actually in the picture, or you're the one who took the picture, as opposed to like grabbing it from somewhere, which isn't always possible if it's something that you want to experience that you haven't before, or it's something you want to feel or do or whatever. But whenever I'm able to, I try to do that, because a lot of the things I have are things I've already started doing, or I maybe have done before, or I have something that can kind of symbolize or represent it. It's just wanting to incorporate more of the things I enjoy and less of the things I don't. So yeah, I get pictures and print out pictures. And I love music, and I'm really inspired by music, and I like making playlists. So I've been, for the past few years, making a playlist for the new year, and I will add to that playlist throughout the year, and listen to it throughout the year as like a reminder of how I want to feel. And I'll take like my words of the year and the things I reflected on, and my vision and everything, and pick songs that represent those feelings and things that I want to do, be, and whatnot. And I'll put it into a playlist, and and I'll listen to that playlist while putting my vision board together. My playlist for this year is actually on my YouTube channel, and my playlist, it's called Confidently Blooming in the Present. And my friends liked it, and so I made a YouTube playlist, because I know not everyone has access to other platforms. So if anyone wants to listen to it, it's on there. And I'm thinking about adding more playlists, because I just like making playlists. But yeah, so I'll get all of my materials and stuff together. I already have a lot of arts and crafts stuff, so I just like dig into the other stuff I already have. The only new thing I ever really get is just printing off photos. And so I'll gather all of the things and light candles, and get like snacks and drinks that I really like, and play the playlist in the background, and then create the vision board. And then I'll hang the physical one up somewhere, and then the digital one I'll put as my screensaver on my laptop. But that's pretty much the process. But it's just become a really fun thing to do for myself and with myself. And it's become like a date for me every year that I do. And I don't know. I know there's some people who might also be interested in something like that. And when I've talked to people about it, they seemed really interested in it. So I just wanted to share that and how it goes and how it's been going. I do feel like sometimes I can be a little overly ambitious and have all these things, and I think I'm learning more now about, or I'm trying to be more aware of my mental and emotional well-being and hustle culture and all these things that where I might feel this like subconscious urge to like do a lot and feel overwhelmed. So I feel like next year and even like going throughout the rest of this year, just being aware of how I feel, but not trying to tack on so many things that I want to try and do and whatnot, and maybe limiting it to like just a few goals and maybe focusing more on just like how I want to feel and operating based off of that. But yeah, just having less on the vision board, which I actually have less than I have in the past, and I think that's helpful. But yeah, being more intentional, more mindful. I feel like I've been inspired by the monks. They came to my hometown, which is a beautiful experience, and one of the main things that was talked about was slowing down and being mindful and doing things one step at a time, or doing one thing at a time. And I definitely am a sucker for multitasking. And there's so many things I'm interested in and that I'd like to do, and so it's something I'm still figuring out. So if I figure anything out, I'll be sure to share. But trying to balance living my life and pursuing those multiple things while also not overwhelming myself, and figuring out ways to allot time to like one thing at a time, and moving slower and more intentionally and more mindfully, and not feeling like I have all these things I'm trying to like check off a to-do list, but I'm really like living in it, reveling in it, and being in the present moment. But yeah, I still really enjoy the process of making. I feel like it's just more about making it, like just creating the whole experience of just creating the vision board is just really fun and inspiring for me. So yeah.